How the billionaire elite manipulate the world. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna have to talk about this. How the elite, the globalists, the billionaire class, the well-off, what they do, how they lie, how they manipulate the world. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, sorry about the screen in the background. Sorry about that. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news. But I'm going to switch the screen. I don't know what's going on with my lighting in here. It's kind of jacked up. So let me switch the screen and we can get into this. What lies at the root of the current problem afflicting the Western world, ranging from leftist extremism and gender-related issues to unnecessary lockdowns and wars? Ultimately, it can be attributed to the ultra-rich, the billionaire elite, according to best-selling author Haney Nabintu Herlin in her latest book, The Billionaire World, How Marxism Serves the Elite. Now, in her concise chapters, Herlin, a historian of religions and founder of the Herlin Report, links major global issues to the billionaire elite and their utilization of Marxist repression and social engineering. While this may seem counterintuitive, Herlin presents and substantiates several compelling arguments. Herlin emphasizes the extent of control wielded by a small elite, evident in the ownership of seemingly competing brands like Coke and Pepsi by the same company. This pattern also extends to so-called opposing leftist and rightist media, where six corporations dominate 90% of all U.S. media. In politics, the quote richest 0.01% account for 40% of campaign contributions through corporate donations. In essence, quote, these massive private corporations completely shape our lifestyles, determining what we consume, watch on TV, where, and even who we support in elections. So it's no surprise that the ultra-rich continue to amass wealth despite global developments that adversely affect the average person. Herlin states that, quote, 82% of all wealth generated in 2017 went to the richest 1%, while the poorest 3.7 billion people saw no increase in their wealth. What's even more troubling is the direct correlation between growing impoverishment of the average person and the increasing wealth of billionaires. Mind you, these are the same people that are telling you to eat the bugs and the same people that tell you don't fly and don't drive gas-powered cars while they're doing it. But Herlin highlights that during the COVID-19 pandemic, billionaires like Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, and Elon Musk saw their fortunes surge while small business owners in America, particularly black-owned businesses, and that's not getting enough enough people aren't talking about that. But black-owned businesses suffer bankruptcy and economic turmoil due to lockdowns that disproportionately benefited the billionaires. From a broad historical perspective, the Western world is regressing, with the ultra-rich evolving into a globalist version of feudal lords as a new Western slave class emerges beneath them. That's exactly why they're trying to give us the global IDs and global currency and all this stuff, so they can herd us all into, to centralize everyone, to herd everyone together so it's easier to control. So how did this unfortunate situation come about? Herlin points to Marxism in its various forms as the answer. Beginning in the 1960s, quote, free love and drug movement, Marxism, particularly in the form of godless materialism, infiltrated Western culture, corroding its foundations and making it susceptible to manipulate and control by the most powerful, i.e. the richest individuals. The Marxist assault on traditional Western values has eroded culture, destabilized society, silenced free speech, and removed obstacles for the billionaire class to establish centralized control. Again, that's what the whole Bill Gates thing is about, with him pushing these IDs, these global IDs and such. And Hurlin argues that the combination of powerful private corporations and socialist political ideologies has fostered a radical groupthink model akin to that witnessed during National Socialism in Germany before and during World War II. The Marxism excels in exploiting environments where freedom and liberty are supplanted by groupthink, as Vladimir Lenin articulated. Harlan points out that these tactics dominate contemporary social and political discourse, even a century after their inception. Herlin's Billionaire World delves into a wide range of critical topics such as the politicization of science, the emergence of openly Marxist groups like Black Lives Matter, the global persecution of Christians, the exacerbation of racial tensions, and the rewriting of history, all interconnected with the often overlooked influence of billionaire elites and their self-serving agendas. A great, great book, great read. I think everyone should look into and read that book. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.